I'm not bald. I got a nice full head of hair, gray as it may be, which I'm okay with that.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this because I'm hardly ever seen wearing a hat, that I'm not bald. I got a nice full head of hair, gray as it may be, which I'm okay with that. You know, I'm freaking 55 years old. I'm okay to go gray at my age. But that's what I'm doing, you know. Passing by the fine exclusive soccer club here at 45 Avenue S. This is like a landmark now. It's like a historical thing. As well as the local roofer and the artsy-fartsy place that the local roofer rents the space out to. But that's what we have here in Gravesend, Brooklyn, walking along Avenue fucking S. And I took the hat off. I do have it tucked in here somewhere. I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, little hatty thing going on there. I got it tucked away because they don't want you wearing anything political, supposedly. I see a white dudes for Harris sign or hat, which I'm not likely to, but if I do, I'm ripping that off their head, causing a scene. Maybe I'll be in a viral video for doing that. But going out to vote, and here's a funny story about the political stuff. So yeah, I got the hat tucked away so it's not seen. Nobody knows who I'm voting for. Only you, my audience, knows who I'm voting for. But the funny thing is, 4 years ago, I didn't know about that rule. I wore, I believe, like my camouflage Yankee hat, right? Which you could wear that, but you can't wear a Make America Great Again COVID mask. So, in the height of the pandemic, they told me I couldn't wear it, so I voted. I was probably the only person in the voting place that voted without a mask during the pandemic. Probably the only one at this polling location that voted without a mask during the pandemic. And I got away with it because I showed up with a MAGA COVID mask. So, I believe in the privacy of my fellow voters, regardless of their political persuasion. So I'm going to cut this off and say I'm at the polling location, PS 97 on Stillwell Avenue in Brooklyn is where I'm voting. All right, and I will catch you later.
I've been trying to get to you for a long time, 'cause constantly you've been on my mind. I was thinking about a shortcut I could take, but it seems like I made a mistake. But I was wrong, it took too long. I got caught in the rush hour. The fella started to shower. You with love and affection. Now you won't look in my direction.
Well, it looks like we're done, folks. Looks like we're done. And let's see. We can't say all I got was this lousy t-shirt, because all I got was this pen and sticker, which I may stick on the brim of my... Well, I voted. They can't revoke a vote, can they? They really have to go in there and fish for it. Oh, I wrote myself in as a member of city council, and because they have only a Democrat for city, the same name down the board. Blah, 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 blah. Like, what is that? Is that democracy? Just to have somebody other than a Democrat, I wrote myself in as a write-in candidate, and that was one change from what I said I was going to do, and the second change I had already said that I would do a little bit prior to today. I remember I said vote Republican down the line. When I said vote Republican down the line, speak of the devil, there's a devil right there. Look at that spiteful face. Ewan Chu is a spiteful bitch, and she's right there on the corner. You don't see the Republicans doing this. The Republicans say vote for your conscience. Okay? A guy, and they have the gall to call a guy who dodged bullets in combat and in these streets as a police officer a slumlord. He's gonna go through all of that to come back home and be a slumlord. Get out of here. I'm not buying that. Nice try, Diddy. But what else was I gonna say that was important? Oh yeah, this actually segues into what I was going to tell you, how I varied my vote. In one of her advertisements, in one of Ewan Chu's advertisements, she had the gall to say the Conservative Party backs Steve Chan, as if that's a bad thing. So you know what I did? I voted for him, but I didn't vote for him in column B. I voted for him in column C as a conservative. Because a vote is a vote, whether you get in as a conservative or a Republican. So, you know, he'll get in as a Republican because that's the major party, but you know, it's just a matter of doing that. I know it's secret ballot and all that. It's just a matter of doing that as a statement. And they're not. And these people are relentless. They're not supposed to be putting. They're not supposed to be putting ads on cars near the polling site like that. That's a Democrat move. They can't win without cheating. Okay? Now, it's a different story if you have a house near the polling site. You could do whatever the hell you want with your property. So they're doing the right thing. They're not doing the right thing. You're not supposed to litter people's cars near a polling site. Your house is your property. That's a different story. So see, that's how you know the difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats have to cheat to win. Democrats have to cheat to win. They have no love for America. They want to destroy America. So why should they respect the system to which you gain power in America, or any sort of authority in America, especially if you don't intend to use that authority to help your constituents, even your own voters. Democratic voters are voting for their own slaughter. Republican voters are voting for a better and free America. It's that simple. that true. And we have the Italian Sid Rosenberg here. It is that simple. It is that true. Democrats do not care about their constituents. And that's why this neighborhood used to be mixed. It used to be a mixture of old school Democrats and new age Republicans. And it just turned into a Republican neighborhood. I'm telling you, the neighborhoods of Bensonhurst and Gravesend are both Republican neighborhoods. I mean, I'm not gonna be an egomaniac and say all of Brooklyn's Republican. That's simply not true. But if you're in the 11223 area code, you're literally outnumbered 12-1 if you're a Democrat. You're literally outnumbered 12-1. That's a 12-1 ratio, Republican to Democrat, in the Gravesend section of Brooklyn. And it's actually a 5 or 6-1 ratio in Bensonhurst now. Because you got a lot of Jews who have a bad taste in their mouth because of the Democrats' abandonment of Israel. And you have a lot of people from Russia and former Soviet satellite countries that live in Bensonhurst now. Not to mention people who've lived in communist China who now live in Bensonhurst. And anybody who's lived in a communist country doesn't want America to turn into a communist country. And it looks to them like the Democratic Party has a communist agenda. So they know the bullshit they went through back home, and they're like, fuck that, I'm voting Republican. It's just common sense. And I have the spot here where I hang out. At least 3 nights a week. They're random nights. I have a scheduled night or whatever. 3 afternoons or 3 evenings a week. I will stop here for my bagel and coffee. Place is called. And, you just have to catch me by chance. But that's a hangout of mine. And I'm going to talk a little more to you later. But in the meantime, keep kicking that slang. There it is right there, buddy. Hey, buddy, boy. I voted. And I'm proud that I voted because I know who I voted for. And if they win, just remember, if you didn't want Trump to win and everything you imagine will happens, even shit that's not Donald Trump's fault that you want to blame him that happens or whatever, this time around, I'm going to just let you believe that. Because I want you to look at this face. Remember Sonny from the Bronx Tale? Okay, look at this face. I did this to you. I did this to you. All right. By the way, the guy that played Sonny, Chaz Palminteri, he's a registered Republican. He said on the PBD podcast that he respects Donald Trump. Needless to say, it don't take a lot of math to do the math and figure out. It'll math out that Chaz Palminteri is voting for Trump. And so is Doyle Shamley. Doyle Shamley is the right-hand man to the late, great William Cooper, author of Behold a Pale Horse, and longtime host of the syndicated radio program, The Hour of the Time. And just think, today, November 5th, 2024, is the 23rd anniversary of the passing of William Cooper, and 23 is one of the Masonic favorites in their code of numerology. Like the Masons have their own code of numbers that they like. They have a little box of favorite numbers. And yes, the really popular ones, 3, 7, 13 are part of that, but also numbers like 39, 27, 23. 23 is a popular number among the Masons. So it's like taking it and zinging it back to them. For those of you that don't know, understand and recognize this as a symbolic thing. Because if you're one of those people that are like, watch out for the Illuminati types like I am, and you don't know who William Cooper is, you better get to some reading, boy. Get to some reading. Because today is a symbolic day. Thank you. Today is a symbolic day. 23 is one of the Masons' favorite numbers. They got a collection of favorite numbers, but 23 is one of them. And it's been 23 years since the shooting death of William Cooper. So, a Trump win tonight would be a symbolic vindication of the death of William Cooper. See, I study this. I know this stuff. There is esoteric code that some of the good guys know. All the bad guys know it, but there were some of the good guys that know it. William Cooper knew it. That's why I learned that 23 is one of the Masonic's favorite numbers. So it's kind of falling into place and kind of making sense. And William Cooper would be the type to troll their ass like that from the beyond. And I know somewhere out there, well, Robert Houghton lives in Canada, so he can't vote for a U.S. president. But Doyle Shamley, who served in the military and ran for office, the reason why I'm mentioning these two names is because they were assistants. Both of them were assistants to William Cooper and have actually met him. And so, Doyle Shamley can vote. And he ran for office as a Republican. He's going to vote Republican. I don't see him saying, oh, Kamala Harris is our girl. We should vote for Kamala Harris. I don't foresee that happening. Doyle Shamley supports Donald Trump. John A. Krantz, a.k.a. MC Too Tall, supports Donald Trump. So, this is election day. Now, I know some people brought their phones in them to show how they vote, but out of respect for the people to my left and right, because I was put right in between people, had I been not surrounded by anybody, I would have been just like everybody else. I would have been like, hey, look at me voting. Look at me voting for Trump. And it would have been interesting for you to see me vote for Steve Chan, but not as a Republican, but as a conservative. Go down the line and just go over one. And that's a statement. That was a statement. Despite that spiteful bitch, you and Chew. I voted Mike Sapercone for senator. Understand that if the person at the top of the ballot is a fucking idiot, everyone else underneath them will not be reasonable. They will not work with the Republicans. If you voted for the Republican candidate for president, you should vote for the Republican candidate for senator, Republican candidate for Congress, Republican candidate for state senator. In my case, I did vote for the Republican candidate for state senator, but to smite you and Chew, I voted him in as a conservative, not a Republican. I take personal insult. I take it as a personal insult to me and my heritage and my family and my whole life when somebody uses the word conservative as if it's a bad thing, as if it's some sort of evil that must be stopped. We're not liberals. Liberals are the ones that must be stopped. Democrats are the ones that must be stopped. Democrats are the ruthless gang that must be stopped. And how fitting, on the anniversary of the disrespectful, unceremonious killing of William Cooper, that his death is vindicated, and we get people who are not woven into the system, people who are not puppets of the Illuminati, to become president, senator, whatever offices they are seeking where Democrats now sit. And I wrote myself in as a write-in candidate. I don't even know what the hell the office is. I don't know how would they contact me if I should win. But I'm not gonna win. I'm one vote. One vote. Who the hell knows me? Who the hell knows my name? And they're gonna write me in? Come on. That Democrat's gonna win. Just on general principle, I did not cast a vote for. But I didn't leave it blank neither. You realize if everybody either left it blank or did a write-in, and somebody else, anybody in this district just writes my name in as a write-in, I'll get that office. How sick would that be? But that is so hypothetical and very unlikely. Let's be realistic with this. And there you have it. So, for those of you who are out of state, there's a senatorial race in Michigan. Vote green. Vote for green. Because Slotkin's a crook. Slotkin's a crook. She's not lovable at all. She is the ruination of our lives. Slotkin is not a good candidate. She's a ruthless crook. Get Green in there. Green is going to bury her. She'll have to turn Republican if she wants any respectability. Okay? Let's see who else we got going on. Who else? Ted Cruz running for re-election in the Senate seat of Texas. He shouldn't have to be barely struggling with his life in a red state. So, if you live in Texas, do the right thing. Vote your senator back in for re-election. Arizona, Kari Lake, a person with integrity, a person that kicked an RNC guy out of her office for trying to bribe her to step down. And she exposed that son of a bitch bastard. And I hope that son of a bitch bastard's in jail. Because that lady's going to win the Senate with the right people voting. Arizona should be a red state. Nevada should be a red state. The only states in that region that should be blue is New Mexico, because it has the word Mexico in it. No other reason. But Texas, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, Nebraska, all that should be red. And you know what? People think I'm nuts. I'm saying that New York's going to be flipped red. There's going to be a hell of a lot of votes for Republican candidates in New York. And New York's going to flip red. If it doesn't happen this election, you're going to see in popular vote how close it is. And then in 2 years, dung, we drive the stake through the heart of the jack serpent. What's a jack serpent? A jack serpent is just my way of describing how snake-like the Democrats have become. The Democrats whose animal symbol is a donkey or a jackass. So I simply say jack serpent. It's a very uncomplimentary word for the Democrats. So yes, we gotta drive the stake through the heart of the jack serpent. And we already know Adams is gone next year. We already know. So, our guy is going to win. We know that. Our guy is going to win. I'm praying for Sapricone and Zamblauskas. I hope they win. Tina Forte has a great shot. Tina Forte has a good shot at winning. People are tired of AOC's BS. People are in our own district they're tired of seeing more of her on TV and less of her out in the streets talking to them and listening to their complaints. Most of the people in AOC's district was sticking up for Daniel Penny. And she's going against Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny protected an entire train car full of people because AOC got her wish and the police were defunded. And there were no cops in there to stop this son of a bitch bastard from terrorizing a whole train car full of people. And Daniel Penny put the guy in a sleeper hold. Daniel Penny put the guy in a sleeper hold. To save the very lives of those other people in that train car. There's a man who fought in combat. There's a man who fought in combat for our country. Instead of saying thank you for your service, you tell him you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, the Mariah Act. Get out of here. Free Daniel Penny. Free Dexter Taylor, too. Bogus with their bogus laws about ghost guns. And ghost guns is a really stupid name because I used to have a toy called a ghost gun. Actually, it was called the Monster Gun, but it was the follow-up to a previously made toy called the Ghost Gun. And basically, it's a film strip with pictures of ghosts in it. It's a film strip with pictures of ghosts in it, and you run it through, and you turn out the light, and when you see the ghosts, you just shoot at them. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. It's supposed to make little kids not afraid of ghosts anymore. Well, ghosts don't exist, and the term Holy Ghost is stupid because it's Holy Spirit, not Holy Ghost. And if somebody you love that has passed away comes back to see you, that's Satan playing tricks on you, don't buy into it. Okay? See, I'm putting knowledge on you, baby. Putting knowledge on you. Because this is a battle of good and evil. Not just earthly, but beyond earthly. This affects not only the tangible, but the spiritual realm. Okay? And that's why it's so important for Donald Trump to become president of the United States, because Donald Trump is a gift from God. He might say the word bullshit a lot, because sometimes you can't get around calling bullshit without using the actual word. I don't know how J.D. Vance can do it, but God bless him for being able to. But Donald Trump's a little bit more crass when it comes to calling people out on their bullshit. And in spite of that, I still say he's a gift from God. With $7 billion in the bank. So, Donald Trump, baby. Donald Trump. And when he wins, look at my face. I did this to you. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Follow and share this. Stay strong. Keep kicking that sling. It's your boy MC Tuto.